Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're here for a new season on the ladder. I kind of just did my daily today, and I'm pretty sure I qualified for top 1200, which was kind of cool. Mythic, when you're not trying, because I don't think I'll be able to play in it, but you qualify anyways, it's cool. But in any case, it's the new season. We're at plat 4 since the reset, so it's the time where we try the most brews because we're as low as we can go. So let's try things out, and we're trying out first a standard Esper blue-white splash black vehicle reanimator deck, and we're using Greasefang Okiba Boss. So this kind of deck shell has been present in Pioneer as well as Historic, and I think maybe even Modern, but I know at least Pioneer or Historic. And generally it's getting Parhellion out of the graveyard, which gets you angels and stuff like that. In this particular deck, the best vehicle in terms of the biggest one that we could cheat its cost is Thundersteel Colossus, 7 mana, 7/7, haste, crew 2. So basically, potentially as early as turn 3, thanks to like Faithful Mending, we can ditch one of these into the graveyard, cast Greasefang, reanimate, and hit our opponent for 7. So kind of a cool little shell there. We also have a Reckoner Bankbuster as another vehicle that we can use to get some value that way. And then it also serves as card draw and gets us other pilots. The rest of the shell is kind of a blue, like an Esper-y, I don't even want to say control, but just has controlling elements. We're not too heavy on creatures. We're trying to do the reanimation gig. So we have stuff like Portable Hole, Vanishing Verse, a couple copies of Doomscar in the list. And then we have support in the sense of Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, works really well in artifact shells. So we're able to, so its static ability makes us draw a card each turn for free off Bankbuster. It lets us loot, draw 2, and then discard artifacts to kind of dig for the combo. We can animate artifacts into a vehicle or vehicles. Sorry, if it isn't a vehicle, it has base power. So we can animate the Thundersteel Colossus if we hardcast it, but even our smaller artifacts, stuff like Portable Hole, we could create into creatures. So kind of cool there. And then it gets an emblem that whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, we get to draw a card. So some value there. Not too huge, but still something. A copy of Teferi, card draw, life gain, kind of untap tap shenanigans. Solstice, another way to ditch cards into our graveyard, and a little bit of ramp. Like I said, Faithful Mending is a way to throw stuff into the graveyard, as well as Thirst for Knowledge, another way to draw and discard to kind of throw into the yard. So let's see how this plays out. Haven't tested it. Bottom of plat. This is the best time to try out brews. So this is a shot. See how it goes. This list will be, like, in Historic, it's very good to, I'd say, like tier 2, 2-5. Parhellion's much bigger threat. With Parhellion, you get to hit them for 13 in the turn, as well as you leave behind 2/4/4 Angels with Vigilance. So, okay, so the hand we're not going to want to keep is triple Okiba Greasefang. This hand looks good. So this is interesting because we kind of have the combo in place. So I think this game, let's try for the combo. Man, we're so good at drawing these. I've seen 5 of these in 15 cards in 2 games. Let's get the bank bus going. Okay, so this can be black-white, could be Esper. Okay, so we see Spellbinder here. So they could take the Thundersteel Colossus, which they do. I actually think this turn I'm just gonna get this going. Get a little aggressive. I could draw next turn. This also, like if they attack, then I could come back with a blocker. Jesus. So we are punished now. We are winning this race. So I think we... Like they can hit me for 6, I go down to 11 next turn. We're more white, so we'll play this. If we could get something like Faithful Mending will be good, Tezzeret. If they don't play anything out, I can just attack with Greasefang and then hold up the draw, which is nice. I think we just pass here. I'm gonna hold up the block here. They could have removal, but and just when you multi 5 and then your 2 cards get taxed. Yeah, we just got boned here. Because even now, even with Doomscar, it doesn't help because they have the Hive, so we'll just concede here. Alright, let's try that again. I think, like, had we drawn a remove... The thing is, like, we didn't have a blocker that turn, so we're taking 9. So we're dead to, like, anything, and I needed 2 spell. I needed a sweeper plus a targeted removal, which we weren't going to have. Okay, this hand looks good. So I could Faithful Mending here. I think we're just going to play this out. This could be the CGB mono white artifact aggro list. It's a little annoying because this Vanishing Verse isn't going to do much in this matchup. Hopefully they go for like Maul the Skyclaves. Go Bankbuster. Jeez. Where were you last match? I think we're just gonna draw here.
Innovation has no limit.
And this is just kind of like in that matchup where these like that past matchup with Vanishing Verse would have been great. This matchup against the colorless deck, we draw all our Vanishing Verses, which is just super annoying. Here. Alright, let's give this one more. See how it plays out. Like, I think it's fine having... You know, let's put one more Doomscar in. And... the Fairy probably doesn't do enough. Let's try that out. Like, if that's traditional mono white aggro, drawing 4 Vanishing Verses in your top 10 cards or so seems good. Sounds pretty solid. We could potentially turn 3 then. Okay, we're turn 3ing them. I think we're putting... I think I want my lands. I think we just get rid of Hull. I'm gonna put this on white. Alright, we're doing the thing. So we'll go back to our hand, but I have Tezzeret that can put it into the graveyard next turn. Skullport comes in, gains him some life. Alright, this game's going a lot smoother.
Keep working.
Who would have thought drawing a mix of spells and lands pays off? And like here, even if they go Goldspan, I have this Faithful Mending, and then they're basically dead. So they attack in with both.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
So they go Kumano here. I think I'm going to hold up Verse. The 1 life's actually kind of relevant. Because what we could have done was kill the Skullport Merchant. I don't think they kill me this turn, and this lets me... Like, I'm getting to the point where I could hardcast this, and then next turn I could hold up both of these. Gain some life. So you transform, you put 2 counters on things. So we're probably gonna draw a card. See if I could find a way to throw this into the graveyard. Jeez. They're just 4 lands, nothing but spells. Let's get rid of you. I do get a card draw here. Now they're back up to 8. And we were 1 point off from being able to get them. This is ridiculous. 4 land, like 16 cards, 4 lands, all gas. Can I get Doomscar? So let's do this. I think we just kill that. I'd rather they just don't make, like, I don't want them to get spam ways to gain life. So with Kiki, they do need to block. Well, they don't. That's the problem. Oh, no crew. Okay, verse is pretty good. So they can't use Kiki this turn. I'm still trying to dig for... We have 3 Doomscars in here. 8% chance. Okay. Them eating the treasure is pretty good. It hampers them on mana. They can make a couple treasures here. You do have the ability to draw cards. So I think we're going to do this. They're going to sack this. That'll take them off 2 mana. Let's draw a card here. Portable Hold doesn't do much. We need Doomscar. They were down to 1 at one point. This is kind of silly. How many cards do we have to draw to hit So do this. Get rid of you. I do this. Let's see if we could survive for the turn. %9 chance at Doomscar. I have 2 blockers available. They can go Goldspan. They can make a copy of it. Okay, so they go Moonveil Regent. So they can make a copy, and we're going to Vanishing Verse in response. So when you Vanishing Verse in response, it fizzles the ability. They have the option to sack it to deal 2 damage to me. Or 3 damage. So I'm dead to like a Stiff Breeze. This is so silly. The fact I haven't drawn... Finally, holy... Okay, so this one can die. Honestly, like, this one dying isn't terrible. Because this forces a Kiki block, which doesn't really matter. So maybe it didn't make sense to do that, but... They weren't going to block, which probably should have just kept it around. So if they don't have Gold Span, I can trample over them next turn. Okay, good start. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can do that, I could do that. 10, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's probably just staff here. That doesn't do what I thought it did. That's not a creature on its own. They do need to... I screwed up. I screwed up. I don't know why I was thinking that was an attacker, because then I had Faithful Mending. I could have stayed alive. The deck won that game. I lost that one. Overall, it just didn't feel that great. We tried it out. I think it's better in the other formats. The vehicles just aren't good enough to reanimate in Standard. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you next time.